start eating. Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. As promised, we do have the CEO of Kenya Sugar Board here in studio. Na anakula miwa yake taratibu, anaenjoy miwa yake hapa kwa studio, and that's the thing about Kenya's Gold. We talk about agriculture and we enjoy the agricultural produce as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Jude, for making time to be with us again today. Now, so many farmers walikuwa bado na maswali mengi, and we do want to give them an opportunity to talk to us today. Remember, the number to call us on is 0742-961-343. Sugarcane farmers, uwanja ni wenyu. The number is 0742-961-343. Welcome, Mr. Jude. Again.
Thank you, Ngina.
Something interesting that you said off the chat was umekula tu miwa ukasema hii ni ya Kisii. Na hii si ya kutengeneza sana sana sukari, ni ya eating. Me, I thought miwa ni miwa too. Please shed more light on that there's different types of miwas for different types of things.
Of course, we have different types of sugarcane. This one you're seeing here is mainly grown by small-scale farmers in Kisii and Highlands, some and in Central. Go to Meru, you'll find this kind of cane, and it's purely for eating it as a fruit. Oh yeah.
All right.
But so we have the one that is cane that can be milled to produce sugar.
So you're telling
even though this one can do that, but yeah.
How do you tell the difference? Kwa sababu unaona hii kuna its way of looking, which is different from this. So how do you tell apart that
you can see even the nini is smaller.
Here, the internodes in between.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo ile large scale, wale large scale,
a bit,
the space in between is longer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much for shedding more light on that. Mimi nilikuwa katika ile category ya kudhania miwa ni miwa tu. All right, now getting back to the conversation on why we have you here. Yesterday, Mr. Jude, of course, we were talking about leasing 4 of the state-owned sugar factories, and yesterday you did have a high-level meeting with the lessees, wale ambao wanachukua hii lease. First of all, before we even get to talk about the criteria of the lessees, let us talk about why and how we arrived at this decision and really shed more light. This decision, itasaidiaje huyu mkulima wa miwa ambaye now for a few years now has been feeling ni kama this sector is not going in the right direction. How will this leasing of the state-owned sugar factories help them?
Okay, many years ago, like over 20 years ago, it was realized that the government is not very good in doing business. And at that time, Kenya also secured some safeguards under COMESA to be able to protect our industry for it to grow. And part of the condition was to offload what the government was doing and give it to the private sector, because the private sector is more efficient in doing business. But it took a bit of time, up to about 2009, and the privatization of the government mills started. But the model did not work because the people around the mills, or who gave the land for the mills to be built, wanted to benefit out of it. And if it would have gone with the privatization, then that means the community would have lost, because somebody can take the company and then convert the land into other uses.
Right.
And we want it to be specific to the sugar industry.
Right.
So now, after that, there was a task force by the then President Uhuru Kenyatta to look at how we can grow this industry.
When was the task force
in
brought together?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
right.
2019. So it went round and picked the views, and it was concluded that the private sector should run, but on a model that would also benefit the communities.
Right.
So from there now, I think they vacated the process. When the new president, William Ruto, came in, Parliament vacated the earlier model of privatization and took the leasing process so that it can be leased to investors, and then whatever that comes out of the lease will benefit the community, and the land will still be there.
Right.
And the private people will be now doing businesses.
Right.
And there are a lot of...
How many years?
30 years.
30 years.
But remember, by then, these companies had accumulated debts to a tune of 117 billion.
The 4 of them?
Yes, 50 billion was purely loans that they could not repay back. And the remaining money was statutory money, taxes and all that.
Yes.
So you can see the level of efficiency.
Yes.
And they were making, the losses what they were making. Yeah.
Right. So 117 billion was the debt that had been accumulated by these 4 sugar factories that we're leasing. And you've said we're leasing for the next 30 years.
30 years, yeah.
Have you thought about what happens after the 30 years? Is it a renewable agreement? Ama itakuwa one term?
Parliament only approved 1 term.
Okay.
So they really have to push their investments and make sure they recover within that period.
Great. Yeah. So kuna ile sasa unajiuliza, what was the criteria put in place to settle on the people that are worthy leasing these sugarcane factories, and who are they?
Of course, when you're doing a business, you have to look for people who know the business. So there was a procurement process in line with the Public-Private Sector, PPP Act, and bids were invited. There was an international tender. In fact, the process started in 2023 before the court stopped. But eventually, the court agreed that the government has followed the due procedure in terms of the procurement and the preparation of everything. So there was an international tender in February, inviting all the players who've been in the sugar industry. And of course, people bidded competitively. And the ones who qualified were the ones who got...
Right. Are they from within, or are they like the ones who are listing? Are they Kenyans? Are they outside Kenya? How is that?
They're all Kenyans.
Okay.
They're all Kenyans. Although it was an international... it was an international tender.
All right.
But it's only the Kenyan investors who
So it's Kenyan investors who are leasing these 4 state-owned companies.
Which is good because the money remains with us.
The money remains at home. All right, we will be continuing with that shortly, but we do have a caller on the line. Willy kutoka Kakamega. Willy?
Ni Willy Karani kutoka Likiani, maeneo ya Kakamega County. Swali langu tu kwa hiyo mkulima. Unaweza kukuta sisi hasa watu wa ukulimaji wa miwa. Hizi miwa zinapotolewa shambani zinaenda kwa factory. Mkati zinaenda kupimwa, mkulima akui hapo. So ningependa kujua vile hizo miwa pia ni kwa factory vile zinapimwa. Alafu kitu kingine ukikuja kuangalia hasa mkulima wa miwa. Maana wakulima walikuwa wanapata faida. Lakini siku hizi wakulima wa miwa wanapata hasara katika miwa, hapati faida vile walikuwa wakipata kitambo. So ningependa yule mkulima ajaribu kutueleza hapo kilimo cha miwa pia tunakuja kuona imenawiri katika eneo letu la magharibi, lakini sasa unakuja kuona mali miwa zinatokea kuna umaskini mwingi sana. Ukilinganisha na mahindi.
Asante sana Willy kutoka Kakamega. Waluya wanasema orio mno. Thank you so much. All right, I'll come to you Mr. Jude. Amesema wakati wa kupima hiyo miwa, wakulima wanataka pia wakue hapo hiyo process. How do we make that process transparent for them? Ndio hakikisha ile kilo ambayo unapeleka ni ile unapata, and then they're complaining about back in the day walikuwa wanapata profit. Sasa ni hasara after hasara after hasara. With the reinventions that you're putting in place, how are you taking care of these 2 concerns of these sugarcane farmers?
Nashukuru sana Willy kwa swala lake, particularly the issue of the weighment. Previously, the weigh bridges were not regulated, so there is a lot of possibility that farmers were cheated. But now we've made regulations where we'll also be licensing weigh bridges, and we'll make sure it is as participatory as possible to ensure that the millers do not steal from the farmer.
Do we have a timeline on when this will be accomplished? Ataanza kuona hii mabadiliko wakati upi?
Yeah, right now we have finished the draft. We're hoping the same to be gazetted in a month's time.
All right, in a month's time. Thank you so much for that. Willy umesikia, regulations are coming in place in the weigh bridges in a month's time, and that is part of the reinventions that are being put in place to transform the sugarcane sector. We are taking our second break now, but when we come back, we still do have a lot more to talk about the sugarcane industry. Stay with us.